Okay friends, we are here at the San Diego Harbor. So I am here checking out all that is going on here in the beautiful city of San Diego, and I am lucky enough to have been down here early enough to see the arrival of the Holland America Nieuw Amsterdam. Look how close we are. I could practically reach out and touch it. And then docked next door is the, what is it? I've said it 1,000 times this morning, the Koningsdam. So there is a lot going on down here this morning. The two ships arrived today, so you have the trucks arriving and delivering provisions, as well as the passengers getting off of the ship and waiting for their rides. So some might be local, some might be calling for rideshare, but we are down here at the harbor. We are at San Diego Port, and I'm telling you, this is so beautiful. This area is always in transition. They're always building, they're always improving, and I feel lucky to live here, even though it's expensive as hell. But you can see there are many, why is this thing? So I love a gimbal, but I also get irritated by a gimbal. There are many hotels right across the street from the cruise port. So if you fly in the day before, you can easily stay at one of these hotels and walk to the port. Make sure you have a nice sturdy rolling bag and stay at one of these hotels. Some of them might offer a free shuttle. Now I will tell you, there are homeless that live around this area. Unhoused, I think, is the new PC term, but just steer clear. They really will not harm you. Just be aware of your surroundings. This is true wherever you go, whatever the situation is. I know that some people may not be accustomed to seeing the unhoused or people with mental health challenges who are talking to themselves, but really just go about your business. Keep your senses aware of your surroundings. They're just people who have fallen on hard times, and they are in a situation that if they had stronger mental health, I'm sure they would not choose to be in that situation. But this is San Diego. I am at the San Diego Harbor, and so check it out. Look up this yacht, the Amadea. Apparently this was seized by the US government, and it was had ties with a Russian oligarch. I don't remember his name, but I looked it up because I was like, what the heck is this ship down here, or this yacht? And yeah, so then I said, oh, let me just set up and go live right now. I have my battery pack and everything, but I was live earlier to watch the arrival of the Holland America Koningsdam and the Nieuw Amsterdam. So here is the Nieuw Amsterdam, and here is the Koningsdam. So right now they are getting all the passengers off of the ship. It looks like they've only disembarked from the Koningsdam. The Nieuw Amsterdam did dock after the Koningsdam, and there's a lot of traffic coming and going from the port, getting all the provisions ready. No, they can't do anything about it because it's California. But yeah, it's not anything new, actually. I just like to give people a heads up because, okay, for example, unless I point it out, you might not even notice. So see, there's a guy on a bench, just looks like a regular guy, right? So he's homeless. They just look, I mean, it's nothing new. For me, I've seen it for decades. It's just that they have mental health challenges. So there's another guy. See, there's a guy sitting on the bench reading a book. Homeless, unhoused, whatever the PC term is. But it's always been that way, Kimberly. It's just that, like, locals, we don't even notice it anymore. I guess I never really notice it too much because for me it's just a part of everyday life. I do not live in the downtown area, but even where I live, there's homeless. We have a couple regulars that they don't bother anybody. They just don't have anywhere to go. So the main challenge is that many of the people who are unhoused have mental health challenges and they self-medicate, and so because of that they may not want to go to, like, get help. They want to stay unhoused because they can't or don't want to follow the rules of the help agencies, if that makes any sense. And in order to keep everybody safe in the rehab or shelter or whatever, they can't have people who don't want to participate in becoming sober. Does that make sense? But yeah, I don't want to make it sound like there's hundreds of them, but they are everywhere. They're spaced out, but I just like to give people a heads up that it's not something to be afraid of. They're not bothersome people. They're just people who don't have a building to live in. Oh, this lady's cute. She's doing a selfie. She's got her little walker. Oh my God, that's adorable. But people who live in more sheltered areas might not see unhoused people. So I just like to give a heads up that it's nothing to worry about. If you come here on a cruise ship and you are getting off the cruise ship and you see some unhoused people, or you see someone who's talking to themselves, it might be a little alarming if that's something that you're not used to seeing. So that's why I like to give a heads up. Oh, so let me tell you about the port. So this is the port, and so the cruise ships are going to dock right here, and then all along the port you see there's restaurants, hotels, coffee shops, and if you look down this way, you see there's like a pirate ship. That is the Star of India. So you can go there and tour the Star of India. That's super cool. There are public restrooms just beyond the cruise ship, and then before the pirate ship there is a building that looks like it's a restaurant, a coffee shop, and those are public access restrooms you can go in. And then the building over here, there's a concrete building with letters on it. You see over here, that is a restroom building, and I think it has the men's and the women. Here are some little not a restaurant, but like a little, you see it's a sweet shop and a carnitas snack shack. I don't know what time they open, but then there's also the wheelhouse. There's a little gift shop right there, so that's really cool. If you don't want to explore in the city when you arrive on the cruise ship, you could just go right there and go to the gift shop. There's also tours and sightseeing. Let's go look at the menu for the carnitas sweet shop. Oh, and here's where you could take the seal tour if you were interested in doing that kind of stuff when you are in San Diego. So here is carnitas, and this is just sharing information, lifestyle with you, cruise content. So here are some things you might see when you are on a cruise and you stop here in San Diego. Oh, this is cool. See this guy on this single wheel? That's pretty cool. Yeah, so this yacht right here, the Amadea, apparently was seized by the government. This guy's doing an obstacle course over here on his little wheelie thing, practicing his maneuvers.
Before I had to I've been before.
And it sounds like the New Amsterdam will be disembarking now. And off he goes, little wheelie man. Bye-bye, little wheelie man. Okay, let's go back this way because I want to connect my battery pack. I have my battery ready. I just had to undo the cord because the gimbal was acting funky. So I'm gonna park you right here while I connect the battery. Red one, red one. Okay, I'm gonna tip you guys so I can plug in the cord here. Hold, please. We are in downtown San Diego. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. All right. Welcome, welcome. We are at the San Diego Harbor. Welcome, Muku. Welcome, welcome, guys. We are here in San Diego. If you would please tap the screen, send the heart me, all the good things. There we go. So we are down here near Broadway Pier. When you come to San Diego to visit or on a cruise, this is what you will see. So the Nieuw Amsterdam is getting ready to disembark, and next to the Nieuw Amsterdam we have the Koningsdam. Let's walk this way actually. And just so you know, there are restaurants, hotels, vendors with snacks and such all along this shoreline. When you arrive here, you could take your cell phone out of airplane mode and check with whichever map app you like to use and check for restaurants, coffee shops, etc. There is a ton of different stuff all within walking distance. Technically, you could even walk to the airport if you are fit enough, but I believe there are other shuttle services from the cruise port to the airport. Let's walk along this way a bit. So we're gonna go like kind of between the two ships. They have a lot going on, so they are not allowing pedestrians to walk across this way when there are not ships disembarking and embarking. They allow you to just walk straight ahead. Like, see where those yellow vested people are? They are blocking the way so that pedestrians aren't slowing down the process. That process of getting the passengers off, getting the provisions on, and clearing the area for the next group of people that will be taking the cruise. And here we have the Koningsdam. Whoa. And across the way we have, no, not the Koningsdam. I'm looking right at it. It says Nieuw Amsterdam. And across the way is the Koningsdam. Lots going on, lots of rideshare people coming and going, shuttles, provisions, airport shuttles. There seems to be a big presence by Royal Transportation, not associated with the cruise line. It just happens to be that name. So when the cruise ships are not in dock, we can walk straight ahead here and go all along the walkway at the harbor. But when the cruise ships are here, they are redirecting people out to the actual sidewalk right here, so that way they aren't slowing down the progress of people getting off the ship, provisions getting on the ship, all that good stuff. Welcome, welcome. Yay, welcome, welcome. I am not sure which cruise lines. I believe majority sail out of Los Angeles, but definitely Holland America. I think some Royal Caribbean cruises come out of here as well. Prince Jim will be docking here at some point in early November at the end of his 56-day cruise. So I was teasing him that I will be at the port yelling out, "Jim! Jim!" Yeah, and the Los Angeles port is kind of weird because to me, it is Los Angeles County, but I call it Long Beach or San Pedro, because if you drive to Los Angeles, you're going to drive right past the port. So if you are booked to depart in Los Angeles, you want to make sure which port you are going to. Muku, I will be taking my next cruise when I get more financially stable, shall we say. No, you're right. They call it Los Angeles. So what I'm working on, Muku, is I'm working on building my following here, and also, you know, just getting everything in order. Exactly, Annie. I live here too. I have sailed out of San Diego for 3 Disney cruises, and then we went to Seattle for, yes, it is near the gas lamp. So let me show you. Let me finish this thought and then I'll show you the gas lamp. So the Disney cruises, we parked over here. There is parking right here. And that, what is it called? I can't remember, but if you look on any map app that you have, you'll be able to look up the hotels. You'll be able to look up the cruise parking. You'll see price comparisons for the daily rate, but they do offer long-term parking here, or you can look for other parking near the airport. Sometimes if you get, like, you check your price comparisons, it all depends on your preference. Do you want covered parking? Do you want, and it doesn't seem to make a difference as far as security. I think that it is more secure if you have a covered parking. It's less likely that people are going to be wandering in and out. Some of the parking is completely open, like a traditional parking lot, but you could do a lot of price comparing because there are tons and tons of parking available. And let's see, okay, gas lamp. So here is downtown San Diego. Gas lamp is that way. It is probably 5 or 6 blocks, completely walkable. So if we walk straight down this way, we're going to get to Seaport Village. That's maybe a mile. All is very walkable. The part where it gets a little more tricky is when you're getting up towards Little Italy. Still walkable, it's just more of an incline. So that's going to be a little more tricky, but totally walkable. If you come here on a cruise and you are interested in exploring downtown San Diego, because this is a port that you stop at during some of the cruises, not necessarily embarkation or disembarkation. You can easily walk along San Diego, and then if you get too far and you're feeling too tired, then take a ride share back to the port. See that part right there where it says Santa? That is the train station. So that is Santa Fe Depot. And just beyond that, there is the trolley. You can easily take the trolley to many, many different areas of San Diego, but there is plenty to explore at the harbor. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. You guys, I am working hard this weekend to grow my following to, oh, sweet. A lovely bubble. Is that a typo? I'm not sure I understand that. But I live in eastern San Diego County where it is a little bit cheaper. Oh dude, this is cool. Look at, you could see the keel of the ship. I didn't notice that before. So over here you can see we have the Koningsdam, and right in front of me we have the Nieuw Amsterdam. Last week we were here watching the Nieuw Amsterdam leaving the port, and here we are with those same passengers arriving back at the port. We will walk back to the other side, but I wanted to show you all along this area, totally safe to walk. Hotels, restaurants, shops, all kind of stuff. But like I said, check your map app. You're definitely gonna find a lot of little eateries. There's a snack shack over here. There's like a little mini park in here. You could walk in there and sit down just for a little bit of change of scenery. There are public restrooms. This building right here, public restroom. Now, I was saying earlier, if you are not familiar with seeing homeless people, you will see homeless people here. Do not be alarmed. Do not be fearful. Just like anywhere you go with regular citizens who are housed, keep your wits about you. Be aware of your surroundings. Example, I will show you. There's a person down there with a bag, big bag. That person's homeless. Would you even know? No. You just go about your business and enjoy the city. You might notice that they look like they're dirty, but they're not going to bother you. Just go about your business and be aware of your surroundings, just like with any other place that you're visiting. I do recognize that some people, thank you for the follow, some people may not be from a big city. I grew up in a big city. We have a lot of diversity here. We have many different cultures, many different ethnicities. Never judge a book by its cover. My kids are Mexican. My husband is Mexican, but their skin is lighter than mine. Well, my daughter and my son kind of have a little bit of my Swedish skin, but my husband is French, Mexican, what else? Spanish. So he has light skin, light eyes, and black, brown, red, and gray hair. And what is my gimbal doing? What the heck? I don't know what it's doing. It's like acting wonky. There we go. I just had a reset. So, don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, times are hard. And honestly, Lalila, I think that we've just always had them here in San Diego. I don't bother about it. I teach my kids, and my husband teaches our kids, and they're young adults. Ooh, yay! Be too fast. Since you don't live here anymore, what area did you grow up in, B2? Welcome, welcome, guys. I would love for you to give me a follow. I'm working hard to grow my following to 10,000 before the end of the year. 5,000 as soon as possible. You guys can help me with that. Tapping the screen. Tapping the screen, sharing out the live. Oh, you're still here. Okay, cool. Then don't tell me. I live in eastern San Diego County, but I grew up kind of in the middle of the county. But down here at the harbor, it is a beautiful place to walk. Even if you grab some snacks at one of the local little shops and come over here to these tables and sit down and rest. Look at the scenery, smell the ocean air. But just like any other place that you're visiting, keep aware of your surroundings. Don't let yourself be taken advantage of or become a victim. Walk, alert. Don't act timid. And I mean, I'm not trying to make it sound like you're at risk everywhere you go, because it's not that way. Just be aware of your surroundings. You can see there's women walking here alone. There's guys walking here alone. It's not a scary place, but it's great to present to you what it looks like so you guys can know what to expect. This is Broadway Pier. You see there is a sign there. Yay, thank you for the follow. And oh, Shane, thank you. This yacht right here, the Amadea, you can Google that, but it was seized by the US government. This area right here, this is the, now let me see what Customs and Border Protection Office is in there. So that would include the protection of the waterways and the land entryways. This they're calling the different sections to disembark off of the Nieuw Amsterdam. So this waterway out here, just across the water, that is Naval Amphibious Base Coronado. There is an aircraft carrier in port right there. You can see the radar equipment on there. And I do not know the name of that ship. I think the hull number is 70. And then here is the USS Midway, hull number 41. That is a museum here in the port. If you want to see a little taste of history and what it's like to be on a naval ship, I believe that one was an aircraft carrier. I honestly don't remember. My cousin was on the Midway and on the USS Constellation at one point. Yes, California. We are in San Diego. We are at the harbor. Yay, San Diego. And I love you guys to give me a follow. I am that is Coronado Amphibious Base. If you look it up, North Island is not on the 79. B2, what is North Island? North Island Naval Air Station, 32nd Street. What's 79 though? Oh no, I'm not saying they would, but if somebody is from, yeah, 79 is way north of here. Okay, I'm completely spacing out because Imperial Beach, I need to check my map. Okay, so North Island, Coronado Naval Amphibious Base. I saw it on there. My dad was never stationed there. On Orange? Okay, I'm confused. B2. Oh, okay, I got you now. Orange Avenue, yes. Yes, definitely, Ravens Girl, you drove through San Diego. So, Imperial Beach is actually a very nice area. If you haven't been there lately, you should go there because, first of all, there are people that live there. So, it's not very kind to talk about a place where somebody lives as being garbage. So I would suggest just try to make better choices with that. Yeah, it's also an amphibious base where the Navy SEALs train. Oh yes, we go every Christmas actually to the Hotel Del, and that is where a million years ago they filmed Some Like It Hot. So anyways, Imperial Beach actually has this really cool YMCA surf camp that when I was a Girl Scout leader, we took our girls down there to the surf camp. It was so awesome. They have a bunch of buildings that are like bunk houses, and then they have a huge dining hall. Now I haven't been there in a while, but that area is really nice. The surf camp is right there on the coast, and so, you know, Imperial Beach is definitely another place to explore. That is connected to Coronado via a spot called the Silver Strand. Oh, sorry, I was answering that question. So Anne, not that people would feel unsafe, but I grew up in a big city, but I have visited very small cities where people are more sheltered and they're not used to seeing a lot of different cultures, a lot of different people, people who are unhoused. So they could have a feeling of unease being in a big city. So I was just reassuring them that they would not need to be afraid walking alone. I have met many people through my life that they never go anywhere alone. I go everywhere alone. I will check everything out. I don't stop and wait for people to come with me. I don't feel like I can't go anywhere alone. I was just expressing that it's important to be aware of your surroundings wherever you are, even if you're from a small town where you're more sheltered. If somebody is coming to a big city like San Diego, it could feel overwhelming if it's not an atmosphere or big city that you're used to. I'm used to it. So I'm not saying they should feel unsafe. I'm just saying that sometimes people do. Exactly, Angel. People live in this area. We want to be kind and positive and, oh, angry ass bitch, I love that. I love that screen name. So Rachel shows up as joined, but then it tells me angry ass bitch is your other name. So one thing that I try to be aware of is that many different people have many different experiences in their life. Have they been around Navy ships, Navy personnel, Marine Corps, Marine personnel, military personnel, whatever? Maybe not. Maybe seeing people in that type of uniform is scary to them. And that might sound absurd, but I have heard people say, oh, I'm afraid at the sight of a pew-pew. I'm afraid at the sight of a person in a uniform. I'm afraid at the sight of whatever. You know what I'm afraid of? A coiled up rattlesnake. You know what I mean? Like the measure of your experiences in life and how you approach life is different for everybody. Like somebody might think, oh, I went to the movies by myself. You know what I mean? Yes, exactly, Anne. So I just want to give a heads up that if they see that, just go about your business. It's a big city. There's a lot of people in this big city. They're not here to hurt you. They're not, you know, don't be afraid. I saw somebody live streaming. It was a lady. She was, I don't know, 45 maybe? She literally said she has never gone anywhere by herself in her entire life. In my mind, and again, this is just my opinion, my experiences in my life, I literally would be in my house every single day if I could not go anywhere alone. So, I don't know, people are different. My mom was a Navy wife raising 5 kids while my dad was on deployment. If she waited around for people to go places with her, we would have zero experiences, including simple things like going to the grocery store or the local park. Thank you for the likes, guys. Share it out, share it out. So I am lucky to follow a lot of great content creators, and I enjoy watching them more than, hey, Smokin' Joe, Beef Flu, welcome, welcome. We are in San Diego. This yacht right here, the Amadea, was seized by the government in September. It, according to Google, is said to have connections with a Russian oligarch. This building at Broadway Pier houses the Office of Customs and Border Protection. So that is an entity that protects our waterways and our land entry points, so that we can stay safe from people just randomly entering our country without permission. This area down here, you cannot leave the harbor via that way. It's closed off. That is connected to Imperial Beach, Chula Vista, Coronado. All the cruise ships need to go out this way and down the canal that way to leave the harbor. So the Holland America New Amsterdam has just docked here. I'm gonna move so this guy can take photos. Has just docked here, and they are disembarking and getting ready for the next set of passengers. And you see that pirate ship down there? That is the Star of India. You can take a tour. Ooh, thank you, Smokin' Joe. You can take a tour of the Star of India. At this area, you can also take a whale watching cruise, a harbor cruise, the Seal Tour cruise. This is all accessible right here at the harbor. If you come on a cruise ship and you want to explore the harbor, you can make those arrangements right along the boardwalk here. There's a million different stands that are offering those tours, and you know, like harbor cruise and whatnot. Okay, now I'm gonna set you down for a minute because I want to what? I forgot what I was gonna do. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I'm gonna show you these clips. I put these clips on my zippers so that the zippers stay closed and somebody can't like come along and try to sneak in my backpack. See this? Just clip this so it keeps the zippers closed. That way when I'm walking around, and then I also carabiner on my water bottle. That way it doesn't fall. If it falls out of the pocket, it's just winging around on the carabiner. It's not rolling around on the ground. Okay, so that's what I was going to show you. Oh, sorry folks. Let me reset. I don't know what it's doing. I think it started to try to do the tracking, but I don't need the tracking because I'm here controlling it. All right, friends. Okay, let me... Sorry, guys. I don't know what this thing is doing. So there is a building, a public building right there. See the concrete with all the letters on it? That is a restroom. Oh God, somebody's smoking. So disgusting. I don't think you're supposed to be smoking over here. All right, I want to pause. I am in San Diego. This is the harbor. Welcome, So Top Tier. I am at San Diego Harbor cruise ship terminal, and we are looking at the Holland America Koningsdam and the, oh, thank you for the gift, and the Nieuw Amsterdam. So today I loaded up all my equipment, I got my battery pack, I got my long cords, and I said, you know what, this is a streaming day. TikTok has been messing with me last week. They rearranged the view on the app so I can't see my weekly goals and progress. So I was really getting disappointed because for me, I really want to meet those weekly goals and get that stuff done. So if I can't see it, how am I going to make sure that I'm getting it done? But I took some footage of the cell phone lot over by the airport. I am here. I was live earlier watching these two ships arrive. So I was down here before 6 a.m. getting that footage. I'll be posting that later. I love that you guys are following me. Thank you for that. Oh, you're always here with your dog? Yeasty, I didn't know you lived here. Or maybe I heard it at some point. Oh, guys, there comes an airplane. So this is like a travel mecca. The train station is just beyond these hotels. If you guys are new here, please be sure to follow. I do all kinds of cruise content, or all kinds of travel content. I am based in San Diego area, and so I will cover road trips, destinations, product reviews, cruise terminal stuff. Cruises when I'm able to get on a ship. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, what time is it? 8:45. Parking is free until 10, and then it's a 3-hour limit, and you pay from 10 a.m. on. That's one thing I make sure whenever I park, I read the signs because downtown is changing all the time. Yeasty, I don't know when the last time you were at the airport, but I took some footage of the cell phone lot, which they moved it over to McCain Road. Which is still fine. It's a great convenience, and there's restaurants there and everything. But it looks so different. All the overpasses and stuff. But the construction at the airport is craziness. So if you come here on the cruise ship and you're going to be here for the day, you will be able to walk around downtown. You can see many different there's sculptures, like I don't know if you can see that white domey looking thing right beyond the pillar. I hate to point because people think I'm pointing at them. Let me try to zoom in. There's sculptures down here. There's lots of places to walk. See this domey looking thing right here? Oh, wow. Okay, Annie, so what is it doing? Yes, there are tons of shops downtown. If you walk right along this walkway and keep walking south, you'll come to Seaport Village. There's a ton of shops in there. Restaurants, shops, it's right along the waterway. I probably should walk down there with you guys. It's almost 9, definitely could make it there and back. But I would have to pause and use the restroom. But there are tons of shops, restaurants, eateries, coffee shops, bakeries, everything is right here by the port. So if you come in for the day, you would be able to walk around and see everything. And you don't need to arrange transportation or anything. Bring a backpack, bring a water bottle, bring all your camera equipment. Oh, I just saw something I have to take a video of. Dude. Okay, well, first of all, I think I'm gonna pause you guys and use the restroom, but oh, they're having a special run down here. I see a guy, he looks like he's dressed like a salad. Let me see if I can see him. Oh no, it's an M&M cookie and a chocolate chip on the other side. So there's a chocolate chip cookie. All right, I'm gonna pause you while I use the restroom. If I can figure out where. Oh, that was close, guys. I pressed pause, but it didn't pause. Okay, so use the restroom, washed my hands, met a lady that, okay, so you know how I always tell you guys, carry a bandana? Got my bandana so I could dry my hands after the restroom and washing my hands. So anyways, there's a lady that was by the restroom. Hold on, I gotta zip my bag. She's meeting her niece, who is working on the cruise ship as a nurse. How cool is that? Okay, so anyways, we're gonna walk to Seaport Village. Okay, friends, hold on, here we go. Okay, any questions that I missed? The sun comes out. Yes, exactly. So go across the street, show them the waterfront park art. There, two mosaic huge statues. Okay, where am I? Okay. We're gonna go there, Yeasty. Thanks for the tip. I have until 10 o'clock. I did not make note of my parking space. Otherwise, I could pay it on the app. And if I end up with a parking ticket, I would just hit you guys up. So this area, you see, this is a really nice area. Look at the huge walkway. Oh, I forgot. I need to tape this. I want to take a video. We're going back because I forgot. I'm gonna tip you guys up so you can look into the sky. Let me get my right orientation here. And then we're gonna go across the street per Yeasty's recommendation. Okay, anybody in here with the Ladybug Creators Network. Check it out. Okay, I'm going to point you up a little bit. Look at, see that? LADYBUG, Ladybug. My gimbal is tripping out. It doesn't know what's happening. Okay, now let's go across the street to Waterfront Park. Sorry, I was reading that sign. Okay, we're gonna go to Waterfront Park. There's the yacht that was seized by the US government, said to have ties with a Russian oligarch. That is the Amadea. Amadea. Here is the California Spirit. I believe that is a whale watching, or no, sorry, harbor tour ship. Where is Waterfront Park? I think it's farther down, or more northeasty. But we can look at this art. So we are still on the Embarcadero. You can see on the ground it says Embarcadero. This is blocked off from automobile traffic. And then here is the port of San Diego. Any questions? Oh, okay, no problem. I'll cross and then I can walk down that way. I just have to be back to my car by 10 o'clock. And we have more than an hour. Easy. Easy, easy. Now remember, don't touch stuff with your fingers. Touch the back of your hand. So if you wanted to go to Gaslamp, you're going to go straight that way. So you can go down here to Seaport Village. Right now we are at Broadway and Harbor. West Broadway and North Harbor Drive. See all these hotels? So you can arrive a day early, stay at any of these hotels, and walk across to the cruise terminal to get on your cruise. Oh, I was wondering what this is, but it looks like it's a thing that covers the... Oh, here comes a trolley tour. He's ringing his bell because there's a guy riding his scooter in the street. That looks like it's a little strap thing they can block off. You know how they have the, what do you call it? Oh, they have a key. All right, I don't know what's in that box, if anybody knows. Okay, walk, walk, walk on to the Waterfront Park. Let's go. Let's go. I've got my massive battery pack and it appears to be working just fine. They are having an event here. This is called Lane Field Park. Look at that. 1936 to 1957, home of the PCL San Diego Padres. Awesome. Okay, Lane Field Park. It looks like they're getting ready for an event. But see this? Mastro's Ocean Club, Protector Brewery, Vistal Bar and Restaurant. Tons of places. And here they have a street vendor thing. for the event most likely today. So if you happen to arrive at the cruise port during one of these events, come on over and support the locals and their vending. Okay, we're gonna head down, and this actually, Yeasty, was a great recommendation because we can see across the street from the cruise terminal. Okay, see that bundle of stuff? That is a homeless person's stuff. So this is what I'm talking about. Be aware, don't be afraid. If you are from a small sheltered town, you see that, you might not understand. Nothing to be afraid of. Just be aware, as you should be whenever you are traveling. Now, if we don't get to Seaport Village with this leg of our journey today, I can easily move the car and go to Seaport Village after I move the car. So the last time we took a cruise, Disney cruise, we parked in this parking down below. There's, I think that's it. No, it's at the Wyndham, sorry. I forget what the parking structure is called, but we'll see it when we get up here. They have an underground parking garage, and you can do long-term parking there. Now I'm watching where I'm walking, so hopefully you guys, this is San Diego Harbor. Yes, exactly. The vendors are there setting up. Yeasty. This is San Diego. Okay, so this is the Wyndham. If you arrange ahead of time, you get better rates on your parking while you are gone on your cruise. Wyndham Hotel. You can just look that up. Okay, the light is red, but okay, here we go. Lots of activity. 2 cruise ships came in today. There are rental opportunities if you wanted to rent some wheels while you are here to explore the city. And we are walking to Waterfront Park. And these are, okay, here you can see Portside Pier. There are restaurants in there and restrooms. So here's Ruth Chris Steakhouse. Yeah, Yeasty. Sometimes the Uber from where I live costs as much as the parking, depending on the length of the cruise. Last cruise we took was out of Seattle, so we definitely did not use an Uber. We flew up to Seattle, spent a couple days. So you can see the flurry of activity down here for the cruise. Yeasty, do you know whose yacht that is out there? Yes, Major Kong. You hear that? That is somebody clogging up traffic. And as you can tell, laying on the horn like that cleared up the traffic instantly. Oh, that's why. There's a private citizen in the rideshare line. I don't know why that person is honking. It's not doing anything. Dude, you just have to wait. Now, when you are here, if you're driving, oh, good Lord. Cleared it right up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Anyways. I don't know where they think people are gonna go. Let's take a look at the restaurants here. So you see there's a provisioning truck there. Yeah, exactly, Major Kong. I think it's the Tesla honking. Is that a Tesla? Yeah, it looks like a Tesla. But I don't know what they're honking about. There's nowhere anybody can go because there's 2 lanes and it's like back or bumper to bumper. There's nowhere for anybody to go. Even if you know exactly where you need to be and you're picking somebody up, great. Let's just, you know, chill out, dude. There's nowhere for anybody to go. Okay, so here is the Wyndham San Diego Bayside, and you see there are plenty of rooms. And then if you were coming in early, or if you drove to the port and you need to park, you can do long-term parking there. Yes, it is. Oh yes, Santana's. Santana's is actually all over, and we have one in our neighborhood actually, or in the city where I live. I live in eastern San Diego County. So guys, you can see the Star of India there. And we are approaching Waterfront Park. So if you visit San Diego for the day or come for a week or whatever, you can find cheaper hotels more inland from downtown, and you can price out your different options. So if you book a hotel that isn't right in downtown, you're going to get a better rate. Then you can put those savings into a rental car and explore all around the whole county rather than just staying near your hotel. Another tip, we were able to reserve rental car through Costco and pick it up at our destination hotel. So that is another option for saving money. Oh, puzzle piece. Oh, try it again. So, and then another tip, let's say you will only be using your rental car for 4 days, not a week, but the weekly rate is cheaper. Arrange it for a week and then you save money. I don't think, just verify that you don't get a penalty for returning it early. Thank you for the follows. Yes, everybody stay safe out there. Thank you for the follows. We are in San Diego. This is the Star of India, and we are at the harbor. The main thing we came for is the cruise ships. So here you see the Holland America Koningsdam, and then just farther, yeah, I don't know that you would. I just don't want to make a statement and then someone comes back later, well, you said, because we can't act like adults and do our own research. And then just beyond is the Nieuw Amsterdam. Last week we were here and we were at Shelter Island and we watched the Nieuw Amsterdam depart. Yay, thank you for the heart me. Thank you guys, thank you. So my goal, thank you for the gift, my goal is to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. The sooner the better, but definitely by the end of the year. As Yeasty had said before, this Dome restaurant, there is a, what is it called, dockside restaurant, and then it also says public access. So read the signs, and don't be afraid to ask any attendants around if you want to go somewhere. Just ask somebody, hey, oh hey, can I come in here and sit down? Can I get a glass of water? Generally speaking, everybody is very friendly here. If you want to just not spend an arm and a leg on a meal, but you want to have a glass of wine or something, just go in there, sit down, patronize the restaurant, and you'll have an awesome view of the harbor. Top Sail, Brigantine, what is this other one? Portside Pier, Miguel's, lots of amazing restaurants. And then the other one, there's a coffee shop. I grabbed a coffee there earlier, but this is the Star of India. And then, as Yeasty suggested, we are going to go to Waterfront Park. Waterfront Park is at North Harbor and Ash Street. Yes, exactly. Mom's fresh start. Yay, thank you, Connie. They were having a run down here earlier, so some people are in themed clothing, but that doesn't mean that people only wear themed clothing for a run, because we have a diverse community here and we do what we want. The light is going to change, so we will be able to cross, but check out the Star of India. And then if you're here right along the harbor here, you will find vendors that have tickets for all the different harbor tours and all that. I'll walk along there once we get across the street and finish at Waterfront Park. I don't know what's up with all the honking. I wouldn't say that that is usual. Here we are at the waterfront. We are across from the cruise terminal. And this is Plane Jumper Restaurant. All right, the light is green. Pedestrians do have the right of way, but please do watch out, because people are not interested in your safety. You are your primary safety net. Okay, so here is Waterfront Park. There are a ton of vendors here. Ooh, it looks like they're gonna do, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna go over here and show you guys. It's called Step Outside. Not sure what it's about, but let's check it out. Roadrunner Sports is here. Body Art Run Club. Oh, it looks like portable Pilates maybe? What is that? Step Outside. Strengthen the City. Nice. Lots of different vendors here. And we're going to go check this out. It looks like a health and fitness presentation. Yeah. Oh, hey, Thai 90. Yeah, you see, it's expensive as hell, but look at all these activities. Again, hotels, hotels, hotels. Some of these are residences, townhomes, or penthouses that people live in. This is a water park. So, not a water park, a water feature. So, sometimes when you're down here, this will be full of water. It's cold right now, but in the summer it's very popular. So there's a bridge going over, and then in the summer, this is not full of water, but there is water for kids to go playing in. There is a playground up here. I'll show you the part where there are not children. Okay, let me point it down for a minute. So right here, there's a rock climbing wall, just a little mini, Oh, okay, Yeasty. Yay, San Diego. So see, there's a rock climbing wall and then there's a slide. So once they get up the rock climbing wall, they can go down the slide. It looks like there's a ramp on the other side. So if you're cruising with kids and you sail into the port, you would be able to come over here, burn off some energy, something different to see. So you did hear the girl on the announcement saying strength in the city. So this is a health and wellness promotion, encouragement. Get outside, touch some grass, breathe some air, walk, walk, walk. I'm 61. I am not planning on living my golden years, they call them, which doesn't make sense to me, challenged with mobility. So I would like to keep moving. Okay, at some point I might be pointing downward so that you guys aren't watching children. Oh, this has a bocce ball court. San Diego County bocce equipment. But where do you get the equipment? Oh, you can check out equipment at the Waterfront Park office. That's cool. So, there you go. Learn a new activity when you come to San Diego. Now let me show you the buildings downtown. See this one here? See how it looks like a Phillips head screwdriver? So sometimes people call downtown San Diego skyline the toolbox. Yes, I did, Yeasty, which sucks. When I was a kid, our mom took us 5 kids to the Oregon Pavilion often, or Balboa Park. As you can imagine, 5 kids, 1 income. There wasn't a lot of entertainment dollars, so going to Balboa Park or Old Town were 2 of the highlights of my youth. And now, yeah, it is. No, this is San Diego. So, Yeasty, do you know if they're going to still charge at the extended parking that's over by the Old Navy Hospital? I'll have to research that. Okay, we're gonna stay on this part of the park where there's no children, but we're gonna go up on this ramp so you can see. There we go. This is cool. Now, does anybody remember their childhood days? Nice metal slides that are shiny and hot AF. So this is a little ramp. So if you have mobility challenges or mobility challenged children, they can still go up this ramp, check out the park, and I think the ramp leads right to the slide. So they could go down the slide if their mobility challenges allow that. Let me point it down a bit because there are kids over here, and then we can get a different vantage point. Let's look up in the sky. This might feel like a grand adventure to a little kid because look how high it is. And then there's these U-shaped things. They could climb up that hill. This is like a spongy foam, so it's gripper. All right. I have not been to Petco Park in a long time, so no, I did not see the remodels. What kind of changes did they make? Thank you for the follow. Thanks for coming in, Yeasty. You've been a great help. Lots of information. Thank you. Somebody took the Hornblower tour. And are they live streaming that guy from San Diego? Really, Yeasty? Balboa Park is actually larger than Central Park in New York City. That is awesome. It makes sense because I think technically Morley Field might even be in that designation of Balboa Park. Oh, check it out. People are doing a fitness class. That's awesome. You know, if you're trying to incorporate more fitness into your life, sometimes it's hard to get moving. But if you make it fun, what are we protesting? I don't see a protest. The only thing I see is people against sedentary lifestyle. So if that's what you're talking about, they are exercising. A little bit hard to recognize running in place. All right, let's go. We're gonna go down this ramp. It's by the bathrooms. Baseball mosaic art. Let me find it. So I'm trying to avoid, okay, I see the bathrooms. Let me go down the ramp. I'm trying to avoid having children in the stream, but there is a nice statue over here that we're gonna pass by. If the people do not climb on it, then we can look at that. It looks like it has tunnels. We are heading over there, Yeasty. Oh shoot, little kids are going on to the mosaic little structure, so I don't want to film it. Let me get way back here, and then they're actually going inside of it. So, oh yes, I see it, Yeasty. We're gonna go over there. Okay, the kids are behind it, so no children in the shot. Take a quick look. That's cool, huh? Okay, let's go to the baseball mosaic. And the children are not on the baseball mosaic. I am pointing you at the ground. Whoops, I was. This gimbal, for walking, I can't. Let me fix my gimbal. Hold on.
This is your 10-minute warning. At 9:30, we have solid core.
Oh yeah. You know, Yeasty, even if it's not for kids, my car is right across the street. But I think there might be areas of Little Italy that I can move the car and go to Little Italy. What the heck is this gimbal doing? It's like, so it has some presets, but then all of a sudden it starts tripping. It doesn't seem like the battery's low. But anyways, you know kids will try to climb on everything, especially if it's specifically not for them. Okay guys, bear with me. I also see a beautiful mural, but Yeasty, I can move the car and go drive to Little Italy and go live again. Not optimal, but TikTok does not like us driving. Okay, here we go. And we will see the plaque, Nikki de Saint Falle, number 19 baseball player, 1999, fiberglass, resin, steel, armature, ceramic tiles, stained and mirrored glass, tumbled stones, on loan to the County of San Diego from the Nikki Charitable Art Foundation. So here we are. Let me back up so you guys can see it. Cool. That's nice. And then here is a beautiful mural. Diversity is a fact, inclusion is an act. Revision_San Diego, The Little House Inc. So that is a beautiful mural. Yes, shines bright like a diamond. Yes, definitely. Definitely better when the sun is out. So this is cool. All right, let me pan down. We're going to walk back to the harbor. This guy's cheeks are accentuated by some mosaic tiles here. Look at that. We are in San Diego. There's so much to see. I could literally stream down here for hours. Public restrooms to my right. The attendant is here, so I would imagine they are here all day, working to keep it nice and clean for you. I smell cigarettes. Gross. I don't like to tell people how to live, but if you can do any favor for yourself and your family, if you smoke, quit. Free recovery services. I don't know what that was about. Lots of outdoor inspiration companies here. We have outdoor yoga. Awesome. This is Strength in the City. Strength in the City. Lots going on down here today. Oh, there goes the SEAL tour. Yay, thank you for the follow. You guys are helping me a lot. Tap that screen. Let's get up to 10K. Share out the live. We have about 35 minutes to move from our recovery services, like after you're done with your workout. Cupping, muscle scraping, leg compression, muscle work, assisted stretching, posture, and wellness. This is a sauna. What in the world? Oh, you know what? I think that's what else we're gonna do. Go to the boat launch ramp and see the... Ah yes, I see my car. It's directly across the street and north of here. So here you see... What is that ship? The one to the left, that is the Star of India. You can take a tour on that. Limited time throughout the year, they do actually sail that ship. This one ahead of me, I don't know what it's called, but we're gonna cross back over. And here, you see where it says Maritime Museum? That is one of the vendors where you can find out about tickets for different activities around the area. Whale watching, harbor tour, admission to the Berkeley. I believe there's a restaurant on the Berkeley. But there's a lot to do down here. If you are renting a car and you're driving around San Diego, be sure to read all the signs where you are parking so that you don't have any issues with a parking ticket. Okay, we are walking north on Harbor Drive. If I would turn around and walk south, I would get to an antique ship. Do you know the name Yeasty? Yeasty is currently my co-tour guide because he's my boots on the ground. Happy to have him in here to provide additional information. It is the perfect temperature right now. I was chilly getting out of the car, but I opted... No, there's another one, Jennifer. See this one here? This is the Star of India, and it's parked parallel to the harbor. The one that's perpendicular, that's the one, I don't know the name, but we're gonna get up close and personal before I get back in the car. So when I arrived here, it was chilly. I almost put my jacket on, but I left it in the car because I know once the sun comes out, then, ooh, my hand. Ooh, I'm gonna need some turmeric tonight. I do have a tad bit of arthritis in my fingers. Okay, this is the county admin building. I believe people still come down and get married there on the grass. Okay, so now that I'm far away from the children, you can see in this park there are structures for climbing. What's interesting is they're made of metal. That is going to be hot, hot, hot. So use caution if your kids are going to go over there and play. I just noticed something else. There's a sticker on this sidewalk. Pedestrian zone. Walk your wheels. So that is another great thing to look out for. Okay, so we're going to walk more along the waterfront. We are on Harbor Drive in front of the county administration building here in downtown San Diego. Oh my gosh, look at that doodle. That is a massive dog. That grooming bill. Ooh-wee. So here's a beautiful statue in front of the county admin building. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Jennifer. Oh, awesome. My dad was in the Navy as well. We did talk about the toolbox earlier, but thank you for bringing it up because there's new people coming into the chat all the time. So I appreciate when my viewers also offer bits of information. So the buildings, there's a lot more buildings there now, so it's not as obvious, but they look like like from the air, there's a set of maybe 5 that look like Allen wrenches. There's another one that looks like a Phillips head screwdriver and another one that looks like a flat bladed screwdriver. So the skyline has been dubbed the toolbox. Here we are looking at a statue that is along the harbor. This is right in front of the county admin building, and this says, "This fountain presented to the people of San Diego in honor of Helen M. Towle, T-O-W-L-E, by the Fine Arts Society in collaboration with the Federal Art Project of the Works Progress Administration, June 10th, 1939. So that has been here a while. The sculptor is Donal Horde. Donal Horde. And I'm going to stand up here for a bit so we can watch. Oh, look at that giant plane. Whoa. I didn't even see who it was. Yay, Jennifer. Fun fact, my dad was in the Navy. My mom was in the Navy. My mom, thank you for the follow. My mom grew up in Ohio. When she was a senior in high school, I think she graduated high school when she was 19. So she started to make it known that she was going to join the Navy. This would have been 41, 51, close to 1960. And she went to a private school. So the encouraging folks, adults, mentors at the school, one of them very kindly told my mother that nice girls don't do that. Nice girls don't join the Navy. So what exactly is their perspective in 1960 era of what actually is the Navy? Like, how rude is that? No wonder back in the day women were not able to be successful. If somebody who is supposed to be your mentor can't support you with what you want to do, and then in case something happens, support you if something happens. Like, such bullshit. Anyways, so thanks to my mom not listening to that person, I'm here on this planet because my parents were both in the Navy. They met in Chicago, Waukegan, what is that? Great Lakes duty station. My dad had been in the Navy for about 5 years and was quite the worldly gentleman. No, my dad was a very respectable adult. So they met, and after knowing each other for a while, more than a few months, then they decided to start dating, and then things progressed and they got married. They lived in Chicago until I was 6 months old, and then moved to San Diego, stayed in military housing for a while. The Bellawood. I don't remember all of the ships my dad was on, but while we were in San Diego, he took extra deployment so we wouldn't have to move. So a very rare case that we stayed in San Diego the entire time. Would it have been cool to live in many different places? Heck yeah. But would that have been taxing on my mother? Heck yeah. Reestablishing in a new city every 4 years or whatever it is, and familiarizing yourself and your 5 children with that city? Rough. My dad retired when I was about 13, and my brother was 3 or 4. Must have been closer to 3, because I distinctly remember the photo of my brother at the retirement ceremony, which was very low-key. He's standing there holding a bottle in his mouth, like so 70s, right? Holding the bottle, I mean, like gripping it in his teeth, and it's hanging there while we take the photo. So classic. Awesome memories. And then my dad went on to get another job at a company called National Cash Register, NCR, and he was a programmer. So anyways, all right, let's see, what are we gonna do after I fall down the stairs? I almost fell down the stairs. So this is the harbor at San Diego. There are harbor cruises. If you go a little farther to Shelter Island, there are whale watching cruises, and that's not far from the pier where the cruise ships are. So you could easily get an Uber and take a trek. It's about 20-30 minute drive, depending on when you arrive at the cruise port, because I don't know the time of departure for the whale watching tours, and that might be something you purchase tickets in advance. All right, let's see where we're at. I need to find a crossing. What time is it? Ooh, 9:36. I need to be back at my car before 10. So, yeah, let's go back this way and cross, and then we will walk along the harbor again, and you can see the ships that are at the harbor, including the USS Berkeley. Oh, there's another pirate looking ship. Was that there this whole time? It must have been. Oh, there's a couple. What do they call those? What do they call those ships that have those masts? Tall ships. Tall ships. I don't know how they get that name, but right, we're gonna walk down, cross the street. We will take a gander at all the things at the harbor. And now see these meters right here, 2-hour parking starting at 8 a.m. Ah, this must be the bus stop for the airport. There you go. MTS 923 and 992. So check out your bus schedule. You may be able to just walk across the street to the bus stop and take the bus to the airport. So California, exercise in the park. Love it, love it. Stay active, stay healthy, stay traveling. Lots of resources down here. They're even selling running shoes. Well, shoes. Probably for running, walking, staying active. Roadrunner Sports. I don't know if they're national, but they are. Yes, San Diego! Roadrunner Sports is a fitness store. You can go there and have your feet analyzed, meaning they will check your gait, how you walk, and recommend shoes to you. Okay, so here we are. We are at the port of San Diego. This is a no pedestrian crossing, so we will cross heading south and then head west so we can walk along the harbor here and get a closer look at the Star of India. Still a flurry of activity. I would imagine there are still plenty of people being picked up from their cruise. All right, we've got a little illuminated person, so we will cross and then we will cross again heading west. There is a beautiful yacht out there. I do not know who that belongs to. I can't even see a name on it. This is San Diego. Anthony's, let's see. Yes, they did. I think they took it out. I think it used to be along here because I remember going there with my cousin. I think it used to be where Portside Pier is. This is San Diego. That's okay, KB. That's okay. I'm just bad about watching the screen. Yes, yes, yes. I remember, so my cousin grew up in Nebraska. That's where my dad was from. No wonder he joined the Navy, right? So that was an experience when we took my cousin to... Whoa, did you see me get startled? Because obviously somebody has to road rage their horn because people are trying to move along in the traffic, and startled me, scared the shit out of me. Anyway, so we took my cousin to Anthony's. Sorry, let me just show you the area. And we had calamari, which he had never tried before. See that yacht? Yay, thank you for the follow. You just got off Holland America? You were on that cruise? KB, why did I not know that? Which one? There's two of them here today. Yay, Oklahoma. James, welcome, welcome. So we are down here at the port of San Diego. You can see there's a plane taking off. There are 2 Holland America ships in port. We are going to go try to figure out what these pirate ships are. This one right here is the Star of India, very well known. Every 5th grader in the county of San Diego will visit that ship at some point in their educational adventure. Some kids are lucky enough, yay, thanks for the heart me, to have an overnight there. Which ship were you on, KB? Yay, coffee with brew, welcome, welcome. We are at the port of San Diego. I'm heading back to my car. I've got about 15 minutes or less, and we are gonna check out what these pirate ships are. So here we see Jonas for a tour at the Maritime Museum of San Diego. The ships included are the Star of India, HMS Surprise, the San Salvador, Californian Steam Ferry, Berkeley, and the Amadea. There's a submarine called the USS Dolphin. So apparently those other ships are included in that tour of the Maritime Museum. So here's the Star of India. The Star of India, a 3-masted bark, is the oldest iron-hulled merchant ship afloat. Built in the Isle of Man, Great Britain, she was launched in 1863 and christened Euterpe. The Trans-Pacific trade from 1871 to 1898 resulted in the Euterpe, E-U-T-E-R-P-E, circumnavigating the Earth 21 times, stopping in San Francisco in 1873 and 1883. Wow. Welcome, Sharon. Welcome. We are in San Diego. All right, let's see what else. She was purchased by the Alaska Packers Association to service the salmon canneries in Alaska, leaving each season from Alameda during 1902 to 1923. Euterpe, I don't know how to pronounce that, was renamed Star of India. Star of India continues to sail the Pacific Ocean as an active reminder of early California's maritime commerce. Sorry, part of the word is like messed up from the bird poo. California Registered Historical Landmark number 10, I think that's 40, 1040. There you go. So if you take a tour of the maritime museums, you will see the Star of India. And you see there is a building there that says Maritime Museum. I will pick up some literature from there so that we can get some more information. But these ships that are along the harbor here are part of that tour. Oh, this is the USS Surprise. You can see on the end of the ship. All right, let's go down here and let's see what's up. Looking for my car. Okay, I see my car. And there is the steamship, the USS Berkeley.
She got a smile on her face anyway.
All right, let's see.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so it's a last ticket sale at 4 p.m. and the dock there is closed. But let's get a last few looks. The ticket booth is closed and you cannot have access. Here is the submarine, and then beyond are the 2 other ships. The other sailing ships. All right, let me see if we have any questions. Trying to make sure. Welcome, Daryl. Make sure I don't trip and hurt myself. What is that? Here we have the harbor. So when the cruise ships leave, they head out that direction, and then it curves around and goes through a channel at the end of Point Loma. So between Point Loma and Coronado, there is a channel that leads to the Pacific Ocean. So here in the harbor, the water is pretty calm, and we still don't know what that yacht is out there. So Mr. Yacht Man or woman, if you see this, please feel free to invite me for a tour. I should ask, I don't see a local. One of the people that are associated with the Maritime Museum probably would know if they would be at liberty to disclose that information. What time is it? 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes. So here you can see the air traffic control tower for San Diego International Airport. It's crazy. I look at these ships that are for the harbor cruise. I don't remember them being that big. Like that one on the far pier, that's massive. Like, how many people can that fit? I mean, it's not a cruise ship, but it's huge. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for the follows, the taps. Oh, let's get to 10,000. We're so close. Tap it up, friends. Tap it up. Tap it up. I don't even know how long I've been live, but I'm going to share this out, even though getting ready to wind it down. Let's watch a few more planes here. And if I see somebody from the Maritime Museum, I'm going to ask them about that yacht. Whether they know or not, I don't know. Oh, here goes Southwest Airlines. Ooh, what a view. Did they just land or are they taking off? I think they're taking off. They don't seem to be slowing down. No, I think they just landed. Okay, so if we look out to the east, you're going to see the airplanes coming in somewhere along this way. Now, what I have heard is that landing in San Diego is one of the most tricky and difficult because there are parking structures and stuff near there that they have to drop low enough to be in the landing zone, but not so low that they hit the building, which it doesn't look close until you're over there. Let me see. I don't see anybody from the Maritime Museum. Oh, someone's going in the ticket booth. I bet you they open at 10. Okay, I wanted to look at this sign actually. There's a sign about this walkway. You used to be able to do bikes and scooters, but it says no pedicabs, no scooters, no bikes. No skateboards, no hoverboards, no mopeds. Whether electric or not, they are not allowed. Let me go. Oh, let me go down here. I'm going to ask these people if they know who that yacht belongs to. I might have to put you guys on pause and put you down so they think you're not listening. I'll ask the old guy in the hat. They love to talk. Okay, I might point you down to the ground, and I'm gonna go ask this old guy. Okay, hold please. Enjoy the sidewalk.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you happen to know where a person might be able to buy challenge points? In the gift shop. In
Midway.
this gift shop. Midway or here?
Well, do you want to do a military one or just
Down here by the Maritime Museum.
We got
Yeah.
some here, but
Yeah.
Midway's the best.
Oh, okay.
Every side of Midway, you can get beer, wine,
Yes.
you get cake.
Yes.
Oh, every
And so do you have to pay to go into the museum to get to the gift shop?
get that.
Really?
Here you don't. You do.
Now,
Now,
if you have a spot. Okay.
now, if you go into Midway, have you been on Midway before?
But we are flying out today, so this was our first choice, just so you know.
Okay, well, on the Midway, every aircraft is on the Midway.
Yeah.
Is a type of aircraft that we landed or taken off from there during Korean and World War II. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And there's, you know what Piper Cub is?
A Piper Cup.
Cub.
No.
Little single engine airplane for
Okay.
private concern.
Yeah.
It's hanging in the overhead in the hangar.
Okay, we just have to wait till he
Now, why would
finishes.
one of those be on a military aircraft? When we were getting half kicked out of it, lived in the Air Force prison. Went out to the top of the airport with his family. Commandeered with Piper Cub. Family about 5 or 6. And went out to the open. He knew their
Welcome,
parents.
Azules. I'm waiting to ask this docent about this yacht that is out in the harbor. You can't see it from here, but I want to find out if they know what. You know what? Let me ask one of these other people. Maybe they know. But he seems to like to volunteer information. So the main reason why I came down here, the Holland America Koningsdam and the Holland America Nieuw Amsterdam arrived here this morning. So I've basically been streaming all morning, and I have 6 minutes to get back to my car, which is 2 minutes away. But I wanted to find out about this yacht. So let me ask somebody here. Bear with me.
Well, she was never involved in World War II, but she was named after battle.
Good, thank you.
So much for your history lessons.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you know who that yacht belongs to?
I'm sorry, dear.
The yacht there, do you know who that belongs to?
I've heard several stories that they're all multimillionaires and they're paying
Well-
big bucks for parking tickets and all that. But, usually it's some general Russian like that, or there was one down here. Well, it's gone now. But the guy in charge of world wrestling and all that, he had a yacht down there and all that. So.
Oh, okay.
He's just got more money and knows what the hell to do with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Knows what to do with it.
Yes, exactly. All right. I've seen it around here before.
Yeah,
but,
they
you
just
know,
go out there and park it. He never uses
Yeah.
it. That's a waste
But
of
he
money.
comes and goes on it, or no? It just sits there.
Just sits there and collects barnacles. Yep.
And then he takes what, a little smaller boat to shore, or he's
If
just.
if that's what he wants to do, yeah.
No,
Said we had
interesting.
two here. We had one was parked down here for months and months and months. And I don't know where it's at. Probably over there. Yeah, he's got too damn much money.
If I could
They
just have
passed some my way.
couple thousand of that.
Yeah.
And then I saw the Amadea over there, which I read was seized by the U.S. government, that it used to belong to a Russian guy.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
all right,
He
well,
didn't
my
pay his
parking,
bill.
yeah, my parking's gonna run out. So have a
Okay.
great day. Thanks
Well,
so much.
Hey, you should. Parking doesn't start till 10 o'clock.
Exactly. I've got 4 minutes.
Local. Feed me. Feed me.
Oh no, I'm gonna move the car. I'm a
Oh.
local, so I come down here all the time.
Oh, okay. Well,
Right.
go down there to the Seaport Village.
Yep, exactly. Have a great day.
buddy?
Mark, give me 5, kids. Come on. Thank you.
All right, friends, no intel on who owns the yacht, but we are going to end the live here because I am going to get into my car and move to another location. So one last look at the harbor, and we shall move the car before the parking meter attendant arrives. So actually, let me show you the signs that you want to look out for. Oh, San Diego Fright Seeing, Night Tour, Ghosts and Gravestones. Look at that. So that's another option. You can pick that up in Old Town San Diego. But look here, see the parking signs? They are very clear about when you're parking, how long you're parking, what your parking fee is. You can pay with an app, or you can pay at the kiosk. There is a kiosk along here. But all right, we are going to end the live. I'm going to get in my car and head to a new location. TBD. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me.